Welcome to 60 Minutes Nigeria. I am Wilson Omasho, standing in for Rosa Agbonlaho, who is on a retreat. Yeah, we'll have to go out there to refine her to serve you better. But all the same, today promises to be so interesting because we have burning issues that we want to bring to the fore today on 60 Minutes Nigeria. It's all about the build-up to EDO election. Yes. Deputy Governor Shaibu's stand and the Esan agenda. Don't forget that it stands, if I'm not making a mistake or I stand to be corrected, we have over 100 aspirants right now vying for a single seat. Cutting across various political parties that are showing interest, from PDP, APC, Labour, NNPP, Zenith, you just name it. We're seeing chants of persons coming out to say the cap fits them. Don't forget also about the gentleman agreement, so to speak, and the PDP saying we're going to zone it to Edo Central. And of course also APC made it clear to everyone that cares to listen that they don't do zoning. It's not a constitution. Everyone should go out there to the field and test the popularity. And there was a squabble between the deputy governor and his principal, which is a governor, or because of this same showing of interest to vie for particular office, the governor office. It was settled, but all of a sudden, we started seeing that somewhere along the line, which is not a crime, the deputy governor is showing interest and he wants to be there as the #1 man of Edo State, and that, believe me, has been causing so much ripple in the PDP. So many factors coming up, so many things emanating. And we're going to be doing thorough analysis of all of this and how it affects the forthcoming election. With me here in the studio to talk about this, he's an entrepreneur, a political analyst, public affairs commentator. Join me to welcome Prince Don Peters Yamu. Isn't it? Yeah. Welcome to 60 Minutes Nigeria. I appreciate your coming.
Thank you, sir.
All right, we're expecting the likes also of Esosa, where a very strong member of the PDP. If he makes out time, he's able to drive through the hold up or gridlock, he may just get here on time in the studio to share his own thoughts and opinion. Don't forget also to mention Bishop. Yes, a bishop coming to really share his own thoughts and opinion. Bright. Yes, Lumen says he's coming to tell us how to feel about all this. When it comes here, also is going to express his views. All right, Don Peters, so, you are not a stranger to Edo politics.
Not at all.
But there's something so unique about this. The tension, the intrigue, the vested interest in this particular election that will be coming up next year, September, according to our INEC timetable. Putting two and two together, what can you say of the forthcoming election before we delve deep into our discussion for today?
Well, next election, there's tension in the air, in the atmosphere. That is the truth. Because it's high time we tell ourselves the truth. Because if you look at what is happening at the scenario, over hundreds of people are vying for one position. Then, you know, our politicians are very funny. What is the funny thing is that politicians that we have in Nigeria, they are talking about what next election. Why a leader talk about what the next generation. But the tension in the atmosphere is this. Each of the political parties have a lot of work to do. And that work they need to do, who is sellable, who are they going to market to the society? I don't know in Lagos. We are already aware. Once an Edo man, a Benin man from here to Aunchi, to Esako, to Esan, or whatever you may call it, if they stand for one thing, they stand for it. That is Edo for you. When they say Edo not be Lagos, they mean what they say. So what are we trying to say? Each of the political party definitely will wake up. They will look among those people vying for a particular position. Who is sellable? The person that have the pedigree may not have that leadership what? Quality. Because when we talk about leadership, we are talking about somebody who is willing to pay the sacrifice. Because it's hard time that we tell ourselves the truth. This is a dog state, ancient city. It's an old city, to be precise. By now, a person like me, I expect to see that Edo City, Edo State, become what? A mega city that people from various parts of the world will come into and relax. That is the city I'm expecting. A city, at least whoever is going to vote for position, whoever they are going to bring out, the citizens must shine their eye, must wake up and actually open their eyes and see if these people have leadership what quality. That is what is going to play in this forthcoming election. Who has the big picture? Who is that person that stands by his words? Who have a high integrity? That will say, okay, I mean this. If I say I will do this, I will do this. It's not somebody that will cajole the masses and tell you, I will build the social and so this place got burned, I'm going to do it. At the end of it all, you are not doing it. No, somebody that have a high integrity to every word that comes out from his mouth. Those are the kind of person Nigeria is looking for, Edo State is looking for. Every other state is looking towards what? Edo State. Because Edo is a big sector. Even though when you say heartbeat of the nation, it's not what say, it's not just they want to say it's a heartbeat. No. If Edo is shaking today, Nigeria is shaking. Edo want to set the pace for other states to follow in this forthcoming election. That's what I'm saying. Whatever political party it may be, whoever is going to vie for a position must have that pedigree, must have that leadership quality, must have that integrity, must be somebody that hold a high esteem to the integrity of his words. It's not somebody that will say, I will do this at the end of the day, or we are not doing it. It's not, we are not looking for that kind of person anymore. We are looking for somebody that has the big picture. I say, this is the picture I have for Edo State. This is the foundation. It's not after entering the power at the end of say, Edo State not get money, no money for this state, there's no money. I came to meet an AT post. Definitely when you are coming, you are going to have, already have it in mind that you are meeting, maybe there's money is not there. How are you going to start from? You must be willing to start from somewhere.
From somewhere.
Because Edo is bigger than some countries in this world.
All right.
To be precise.
All right. Now this tension that we're like, sensing so palpable, is it because of the number of aspirants vying for that position, or is something else that we just cannot place a hold on? Is it because of the number of aspirants contesting, or because of vested interest we just can't place a hold on?
Actually, at least many people have woke up, they want to contest. Even the youth. If you look at most of the aspirants that are coming up today, youth are more now, if I'm not mistaken, because they say the youth are the leaders of tomorrow. Some of them have said, all these people that have been rolling us, they are not doing well. It's high time we try. Let us also flag up and contest. But the truth is this: we want somebody that will tell, because the political party have a lot of work to do. Let us be sincere. They have tension in every political party. PDP, APC, Labour, AD, whatever you may call it. There's going to be tension. But one thing, each of the political parties should wake up and agree.
All right. They should wake up.
Yes.
And agree. All right. Now let's delve into what is really going on between the deputy governor, of course, the principal, the governor, because he made his stance known this week that he really wants to vie for this position despite the whole abalo that happened between him and his principal. We are thinking that they've sheathed the sword and they really have to go out there to make peace reign. But if you take a look at the face of the newspaper, he's accusing his principal of intimidation. He's accusing the principal of trying to stampede his own right for coming out there to contest. What can you make out of all this?
Well, as our deputy, Philip Shaibu, and our amiable governor, Godwin Obaseki, we know that the two of them were close friends, without being told. And for deputy to say want to contest for an election, I don't think it's a bad decision. One. And there are some certain things when you are contesting, at least your principal is there. Two of you must agree. You understand me? Yeah. It's just like every good father wants his or her son to succeed him or her. If your son mean well. You understand me? But when you see a father say, no, I won't, there are some fathers, they will sell their property before they give up. But we don't actually know what is going on between the principal and what? The deputy. We cannot actually tell. Because until maybe they come out to the public and say, okay, this is what this man do. Because Shaibu came out, I watched it on in Arise television when he said, he's loyal to the governor. At least I have not heard him speak ill of the governor. Are you getting me? So, I would have expected, because even during the Shemole era, we found that he didn't even allow Odubu to contest. You understand me? There was a rivalry between two of them before the election. But what is actually going on? Why our principals or the governor don't want their deputy to ascend the throne? It's one question one need to ask themselves. You understand me? If you look at the pedigree that when Shaibu was saying, being former NAS president, being a rep, he has occupied many political positions. He have gone to, at least many things have transpired before he ascended as a deputy governor. You know, he said so many things, of which Obaseki just came on board and became a governor. But however it may, that is not the issue at stake.
All right.
The issue at stake is this. What is the big picture?
What is the big picture? Just hold on, I want to go for a break. When we return, we'll continue with this discussion. Don't go away. This is 60 Minutes Nigeria. Thank you so much for staying tuned. If you just joined us, this is 60 Minutes Nigeria. And joining us in the studio, he is a clergyman, political analyst, political affairs commentator. Join me to welcome Bishop Bright. So let me say, welcome to 60 Minutes Nigeria. I appreciate your comment.
Thank you for having me.
Well, we'd like to know your own view and your opinion about what is happening right now in Edo State with respect to the forthcoming election, vis-a-vis what is going on right now in the PDP between the deputy and his principal, the governor.
Okay, I want to thank ITV for their good job. And the situation of Edo State is not different from every other state. We are in the season of politics. So we should enjoy the politicking of politicians.
We should enjoy it.
Enjoy it. That's what I am telling Edo people. Yes. Relax. I told somebody a few days ago, what you're seeing between the governor and the deputy could just be a political strategy to take out the opponent.
Strategy?
There is nothing there. Remember how Obaseki came in the second tenure. It was through Rancon. He knows how to get his way through all of things like this. The politics in Nigeria today, if you are planning to win, you have already failed. The plan politicians use now is destabilize your opponent. Simple. That's how Siwaju rode to victory. When Siwaju was preparing, you think that Buhari was not with him. You think that the cash crumbs was to stop him. So everybody were just, playing along. And that's why you see today there is no destabilized Nigeria. I could have told if the president had followed Tinubu, bumper to bumper campaign from place to place, people would have had in mind that these guys are going to ring his election and begin to plan for massive breakdown of law and order. So when this guy was declared winner, no time again to plan for any disturbing the. What were you expecting? Someone asked me the other day, the deputy governor is in Nigeria, is eligible, he has the right, and all of that is declared. All of those issues you see that he's throwing words on the government he has served is strategy. Strategy. Because you just open a new chapter to all of this. Say it might just be strategic. Now, what do you feel like that after all he is from the north? Is this a plea to a kind of strategy to destabilize the votes up there in the north to give the ruling party an advantage, or the quarrel, so to speak, is the real deal? Over to you, Don.
At least from our bishop, what our bishop have said, at least I believe he's saying the truth. Because from the last election, from what transpired in the last election, you can easily say that at least most of us don't even have it in mind that something of that nature will transpire. But on the long run, we found that Asiwaju Tinubu emerged as at least if we look at our governor and the deputy, the two of them are close friends. The intimacy is there. The loyalty is there. From what he said, even with this rifle, whatever is going on, you can easily dictate that he have not speak ill of the governor. And the governor have not come up and said, okay, this is what this man actually did. Are you getting me? But they are giving us one or two pictures. But at least we the masses need to shine our eyes this period. That is what I have to say. We, the masses that are going to vote them, we are going to look for a servant leader. That is what the masses need to do. And we need to also pray that God give us a leader, somebody that is willing to pay the sacrifice, who has that big picture to transform Edo State into a mega city. That is the kind of person we are looking towards in this forthcoming election, so that Edo will be a pace setter for the other states.
All right. You said it might just be a ruse or a strategy by the ruling party to destabilize, because from what you said, Bishop, if any politician goes out to say he or she wants to win, he or she might lose. But when you destabilize the opponent, the probability of victory is so high. But let's take a look at what happened before the declaration. According to reports, Deputy Governor was sent out of the government house. And according to reports also, right now as it stands, rumor has it that the person taking charge of his responsibility is the chief of staff. Allegedly, that is Saudio Ogie Esquire, taking the position to speak of what Deputy Governor needed to do with this administration. Is not the one doing it according to the birds that fly in the air and all that. Now, with all this on the ground, do you think is this strategic or a strategy by the governor and his deputy?
Yes, I hold it so strongly that these are political strategy. You know, when you're dealing with a man, a governor somehow is a strategist. Like I told both a few days ago, if you want to win in those states, the politics of Agberoism has expired.
Yes.
It's come with, you know, let me tell you one thing. First of all, your opponent is sizing you. Then when you create a situation that let them be seeing this, like we have distraction, you have knocked them off. Your ability to make your opponent wrong in their thinking about you has given you an upper hand. That's why Tinubu is president today. We were all wrong. We thought that this whole thing is to make this guy not to win. We thought, our thoughts were all wrong. And that is politics, and I gave it to him. Yes. So coming back to Edo State, these guys they saw all the things, how this man rode to victory, and all of that. They also have come. Okay, where is the impeachment saga? Where did that lead to? It's not it did not end at apology and apology accepted.
Yes.
So don't worry about these politicians. I just said that those states sit down and enjoy politicking.
Enjoy politicking.
Yeah.
At his peak.
At his peak. We are the season. So in other words, first of all, you will now come to think about these Edo states, three geopolitical zone. The Edo South, Edo Central, Edo North. Look at the politics. When you look at what is the fraction of the deputy governor's contribution in all the elections, tell me.
Good question.
So sacrificing him to play the politics and retain power is the brain. And he have caught most of the political opponents. I begin to wonder, these guys, are they thinking? Are they taking note of what has just happened? The massive movement. See, that's one of the things I was saying to somebody. I said, look, these guys, what I learned from the past presidential election was that they allow the third party force to strive. They had their strategy. They didn't stop any of the stuff. They stayed on the plan and executed it. You will give it to Buhari anytime, any day. That his government produce a third force that makes sense.
A third force?
That makes sense.
Are you now alleging that the government produced the Labour Party or some other party? They want us to mention?
They gave, you know how the politics of this nation is based on Obasanjo or whatever. You see how people who want to form a third force are being arrested, use the instrument of states to weigh them down. So this one, we just look and say, no, we'll create tension in the country if we do that. Let's look as if we're fighting ourselves. So people are not paying premium to the Jagaban.
At all.
The articulate, the obedient was, They just allow, so there was no room for. So I just ask you a question. What's the question? Politics is what you bring to the table. The biggest geopolitical zone in Edo State is Edo South.
Yes.
Followed by Edo Central. And followed by Edo North. In the policy of Edo North, national political holders of Edo North are all APC.
That is true.
So what are you now? So it's common sense. Edo should just sit down, allow these guys to play the chess and allow us enjoy it.
So there's no cause for alarm. They just watch.
What I'm trying to say now is, this abuse people who don't understand politics. Don't kill yourself. This guy at it is their game. You understand it best. Don't allow what you're seeing. You're thinking there's rancor between this and this. You went to the extreme.
It's not taking sides.
You're not taking sides. Not just take sides. It's good to take sides. You now went to the extreme of attacking your own brother. These guys are going to whine and die together tomorrow.
All right. You heard him. Bishop just opened up a fresh page. We'll return after this break. We're going to delve into the Esan agenda. Don't go away. This is 60 Minutes Nigeria. Thank you so much for staying tuned. If you just joined us, this is 60 Minutes Nigeria. I have Don Peters and, of course, Bishop Bright. Lumens helped me in the studio. They are talking about Edo politics and, of course, the refusal to speak between the Deputy Governor, Philip Shaibu, because of his stand and his principal, the governor, and, of course, the Esan agenda. That's what we really want to delve into. But the bishop came with something new. Maybe some of you are thinking about it in a very low hush tune, but now he said, look, forget it. Edo State, sit down, relax, enjoy this drama. He gave an example of what transpired during the presidential election, where some people have this premonition that maybe the then president is like at loggerhead, at war with the current president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, after the fight, the tussle, the perceived hatred. What happened? We saw the man they said they hated coming out tops. Would that be the case in Edo politics? We do not know. Only time definitely will tell. All right. Things are like happening right now, and they are saying that Edo South, they've had their fair share since 1999. They served the governorship for, let's say, 16 years. It started with Chief Loki Nosaka Igbenegio, 8 years. And now we have Governor Godwin Obaseki going to 8 years, taking it 16 years. Yes. And of course, we have former Governor Leo Shomole from Edo North, 8 years. For the Central, just a year and before it was truncated. So they say it's like, nothing. And for all fairness, you should go to the Central. Now that seems to be the belief, I use the word, seems to be the belief of the PDP. But for everything, they're saying no. We're not going to do it based on zoning. Go out there, test the popularity. You come tops, fine. If you don't come tops, you support whoever wins the primaries. Now, what do you have to say about the Esan agenda? Over to you, Don.
Well, like the Esan agenda, we are aware how Lucky rule for good 8 years. Then Obaseki is already completing his tenure. Yeah. And Nigeria have a fair share during the time of, that was the First Republic or Second Republic during the time of Professor Ambrose Ali. When Osubo came on, not up to about a few months before his tenure was truncated. However it may, for me, I believe in fairness, equity, transparency. I believe in fairness and transparency. In every nooks and crannies of this state, we have competent people. We have people that have leadership quality. But the aspect of zoning depends on the political party. But one thing I know about Edo State is this. If they say yes, they say yes. They mean yes. It happened in the last election. We found that our governor began to go out and apologize to the masses, going to different places to campaign, because he knew that if Edo say yes, they mean yes. So if Edo people are saying it should go to Esan Central, who are we? That is one thing I have to say, because Edo is always a peak sector. They tell the people what they mean it. If they say it's going to the Esan Central, for me, I would have preferred, let us actually give them that fair hands. There are competent people over there. Let us also try the Esan Central. We enjoyed Professor Ambrose Ali when he was a governor. At least everyone can still talk good of him up to now. So it's hard time. We allowed every political party bring out their best first and foremost. Let them come up with what? Their best sellable what? Candidate. Then before we cannot decide who to vote for. He that has the big picture. He that will stand by his words. He that have the foundation, that know how to lay the foundation and operate Edo State as a country of its own. Not coming to power. I don't want to see somebody that will come to power and to give excuses and say, okay, I'm already there, there's no money, this is not. No, we don't want that kind of person in the power. Somebody that have the vision, that will know how to lay the foundation, even without depending on the federal government. That Edo will not be a mega city. That is the kind of person we are looking for. A leader, somebody that can pay the sacrifice. It's not those people that we have, you find yourself as a governor, as a deputy, as a commissioner. At the end of the day, the street you are living, you can't be, nothing is going on there. At the end of the day, you are saying that without the federal government, you can't do anything. That means you don't, at least, that leadership policy is not there.
All right. Okay, over now to you, Bishop. He said once those citizens decide on who they want to go for, that is the person they go for. Bringing forth the ESA agenda to the table. What do you feel about that? Don't forget that two parties, we don't know what Labour is saying right now, whether they're going to do it via zoning or not, but APC, they are clear about theirs. PDP also, they are clear about theirs. What do you feel about the ESA agenda in all of this?
Okay, I started by telling us that this is a political season.
Yes.
So you have to see all manner of politicking. And we as the populace, we should sit back, enjoy political process that we, later produce the governor of the state. The ESA agenda is on. It's been on. Politics is about, leveraging, meeting people. And you see, earlier this year, we saw the traditional rulers at the Edo Central.
Yeah.
Came to Edo South, was also in Edo North to speak. And that is the way to go. And if you see all the major political parties, you see that the people from the Esan speaking people are all rooted, planted in those political parties. These are strategy and all of that. So one of the things I want you to know, that Edo State today, Agbero isn't as fake. Come up with a high thinking, strategic politicking, you take it. Yes. When you talk about Esan agenda, just like he said, you see the Edo of our dream is the bigger picture. So, but one of the things we want to say is that there is need for fairness, and there are competent people in all the geopolitical zone. Having said that, the minority group must understand a good candidate cannot win your election. You need structure. Remember, Shomle was coming, minority, Edo North, former Labour leader. He knew being a Labour leader cannot win him election. That's why he didn't push the Labour Party then. You remember, he rode under the shoulder of Pastor Ezeyamo at that time.
Yeah.
That's how, strategy, he got it. So the Esan have been watching with key interest how the politics is going. Let me tell you, whether you talked about the APC train it open, that's what happened in the presidential election. If you watch heavy politicking that's going on now, you discover when Buhari came on board, we all knew that he went through the structure of the current president.
Yeah.
But you could see that he was not in the governance at all. People were wondering what has happened to the national leader. He was being groomed. You see one person now, in quotes, former governor of Kaduna State, El-Rufai, who insisted that no, we can't say not because they not have the numbers.
The numbers.
For fairness, let there be SAT and push the SATA agenda so much, engage a lot of people, step on people's toe, and you see that he's not in this government. And your mind, you think that it's not relevant. You are joking. It's another politics in the making. So when you come to Edo State, the Esan agenda had been on even after the Osumbo was removed.
Yes.
If you look at this present political structure, Edo, Esan North, Esan South, Esan Central, naturally, what they normally do, they are always with the ruling party at the state. They are always PDP, Soto, but now they are ready for politics. If you watch this present structures, they gave the APC national positions there, deliberate. That is politics. When you want to talk about in APC, they are rightly on ground. If you talk about the PDP, they are rightly on ground. So don't be surprised that the next governor of the state will come out from that region, because the politics that is going on is what we look at. You can have good candidates, but you don't have good political structure, you have already failed. So, in other words, if they've not been playing this politics, I would say, they've already failed as well. So, when you look at the way the politics is going, the way they're playing the politics, when you come to national politics, talk about the ruling party in the national APC, the Esan Central, the Edo Central is there.
All right.
We're talking about the ruling party in the state. Because right now, this is how the position has been shared. Sorry to use that language, shared.
Okay.
In most states,
yes,
you discover that the ruling party at the national produces the governor. In some states, you see the ruling party at the state retain the governor. So, whichever way, the Edo Central had played that politics to be in the heart of the national politics and the state politics. That is politics to produce a minority zone.
All right.
Becoming governor.
Like what you rightly said, you said, look, it's all about strategy. It's all about being able to decipher the politics that is ongoing right now. But you mentioned a vital point. Let's take a look at the APC. They have the women national leader. Talk about fairness, but do you think, if you want to follow politics, do you think they will give it to that region? Talking about the ticket, you now have women national leader, Esan, governor, Esan. Taking it from there.
Well,
from analysis, if you want to go by politics and fairness in sharing.
Yeah, as far as politics is concerned,
yes,
anything is possible. Yes. Anything is possible as far as politics is concerned. And once you come to Edo State, as for example, as far as Edo State is concerned, I always make this statement that Edo is always a pig sector. They want to tell the people they are different. If Edo say yes, they mean what? Yes, irrespective of whom you are. So if Edo man say, we are going to Esan Central, this policy is going to Esan Central, no matter what, I tell you the truth, it will go there.
But not all are saying it right now.
Not all are saying, we cannot tell for now. But if you look at the strategies from before you yourself come on air and begin to say, okay, Esan agenda, that means something must have whispered in your ear. This is what is going on.
Right now.
Right now. Are you getting me? So however it may, whether they have the woman leader there or at the national level, come to the other one, they have the, but from what our bishop have said, without outer of doubt, you find that the Esan people are waking up. Go to PDP, go to APC, go to Labour, go to AD.
We're coming to that also. Yes, we're coming to that aspect.
So anything is possible. That is what I mean. Anything is possible, no, irrespective of whatever is going on now. They can emerge. Someone who can easily emerge as what? The next governor. Because
right now, for political terrain right now in the APC, from the information I gathered, it's like there've been settlement already for the central, national. You have people from the south also giving board to occupy. I mean, these are offices. I talk about sharing formula, like what you use, the word sharing. with all this thing on the ground, do you think that's a reason behind APC throwing it open for everyone to see if you can just go test of popularity, Bishop?
Okay, you know, when you say throw it out for everybody to test their popularity,
yes,
that's not the only reason why political parties throw their ticket open. Number one, political party runs with money.
Okay.
If you watch the APC presidential election, you see over 20-something presidential candidates, each 100 million. That was enough money for the political party to prosecute the presidential election. So, in other words, when you throw it open, you make more money for the political party. And you could imagine the rank on that also costs. You see, all these delegates, primaries, the party know where the thing is going to. Because number one, the party wants to win election. The party wants, because you are dealing with the populace. You are dealing with the majority. Politicians are few people. But what they do, they try to work on the mind of the majority and go in that way. If you sell equity in this election, it will pay.
That's it.
If you sell equity in this election.
One of the reasons why obedient movements sell at the national, if you see it's not selling at the local elections, one was that many Nigerians felt that for equity's sake, so many persons that queue, they are not obedient. They had to be obedient to say what is good for A
is good for B.
Is good for B. So the political leaders of various parties, they know all of this. But this preliminary stage, when you are not in the ruling party in the states, it means you don't have anything to settle, as it were. What that means, you play the politics of the mature mind, leave it open till 9 minutes, where people can no longer have the will to cross carpet and make sense. If APC zone it as it is right now, the mass exodus, they can manage.
So you say they are waiting for the last moment.
They are waiting for the last moment. They may not even zone it. They will go to the field and deliver who the candidate they want to win. It's simple as that.
All right. Because people are saying that now, look, what is happening right now, they've settled the south, they've settled the central, the north has not been settled. So that might just be another aspect or angle of all this for political permutation and combination. So,
yeah, you may not.
You heard about a governorship aspirant being given an appointment for the federal level. You heard about also a women national leader for the APC, but not here for the central. Is that something EDO should be looking at right now as a politician? Don Peters.
Well, from what our bishop have said, at least he has spoken well, and all the strategies, that is one thing, just to destabilize the masses, for them not to know the truth. Because whoever is going to emerge in any political party, I will tell you the truth, they already have the plan. It's already there. At least throwing the field open for people to contest, to show their popularity, will make them to make more money that they will use to prosecute their agenda. That is another thing. But at the end of the day, whoever is going to emerge, they are already aware. In every political party, every leader in each of the political party know that this person is sellable. So this is the kind of person we are going to back. Forget about the caucus or what, forget about what people are saying. At the end of the day, they will go to the field actually to what? Do the primary.
Primaries, yes.
After the primary, whoever they called is the winner. So they may count 1, 2, 10, 8, 1, 2, 10, 30. They know how to do it. It's very simple.
It is not as simple as you think, Don. It's not as simple as you think. Because people are watching keenly. We have an agenda. We have people say, look, it's not about agenda. It's all about competence. Anyone can go out there to rule. Don't forget also many heavyweights from South, even from the North, are beginning to show interest in the political parties. Let's take a look at the number of aspirants that are showing interest from a particular region. Are there not too many? Bishop, is that not a disadvantage on their part?
Okay.
Why can't they queue behind 1 or 2 persons? Take it up from there.
I think it's not a disadvantage. It's also the same strategy.
Strategy?
Yes. When you politics is networking. And when you see that this region had, politics is also settlement. Some of these regions, you talked about the big wins, some big wins in Edo North, even Edo South are in the race. Yes, fine, it's good. Some of them may not be playing the politics of this 2024 election. It's the politics of settlement. Yes, now I'm going to shift for you so that I can be giving space when you finish your tenure. You hear when, you know the meaning of Emilokon.
Yeah.
It's my turn.
It's my turn. My turn. I shift for you. You now should shift for me. Yeah. So here's this is the picture. Anybody who emerged from any of the geopolitical zone, every other person rallies around him.
That's it.
But right now, you discover that the major political party has this three geopolitical zone, heavyweights scattered in there, including fresh comers who think they want to test their popularity. And some of them has big political backing. People are standing behind them to drag for relevance and political structure. And all of that. And that was the politics I think the obedient Obi didn't play. Many politicians don't want to go out of political. They want to lose their political structures.
They want to be relevant.
Yes. You look at the G5. There's something when the Tinubu and his team visited them, there's something they promised. And that's what you see playing out. Wike today is Minister Federal
Capital Territory.
And all of that. The Senate President is in his region. These are settlements. Their structures still remain. Those were the languages, that's the language of politicians. So, in other words, the various people you see them, there are very many, it is to seek for relevance. It's not like we have 11 football teams.
Yeah.
Okay, this is on table, okay, we sacrifice this, you sacrifice this. If you don't have enough to sacrifice, you sacrifice your major man.
You sacrifice your measurement because right now there's many sacrifices being made right now. Higher settlement. Give me this position. Give me that position. You have to only push this.
Yes.
People say that is what is going to play out right now. Hence, political parties are beginning to do what they need to do to make sure that whenever they come up with a particular candidate, there will be peace.
Yes.
All right. That brings to the issue of Homeboy. Someone said we need a homeboy. No travelers. We need a homeboy. Now that aspect also of homeboy. Now take it up from there. Done.
Well, when we say we need homeboys, somebody that understands the terrain of the state.
That understand those states.
That understand the two states, that know the nooks and crannies of Edo State. I do strongly believe that most of them that are aspiring or vying for this governorship position, most of them actually know what is going on within the state.
Most of them?
Most of them.
Then are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure, Don?
Most of them know. Okay. At least, without being told, you can easily find a look at different political party, people that are coming up.
Okay.
Even though some of them are in other states, they do come home. They know what is going on within the state. Even you can look at some younger ones are coming up, vying for the same position, who are in the street of Edo State. They know that, yes, this is what is going on within my state. So what I was trying to talk about, it is not left for the masses to shine their eye. Actually know who among these people have the heart of the people in their heart of heart. That is what the masses is going to look for. Because among all these homeboys, people that are coming up, each of the political party will definitely bring out one person that we are going to rally around. But among them, who have the heart of the people in their heart of heart, who have that big picture, who have what it takes to take Edo State to the next level. Those are the things we are going to look at. At least, I have somebody last time say, for example, they vote you again. If you are voted as a governor, they say, we go there and embezzle the money, take his own fair share. That is what the person said.
He might just be joking. He might just be joking.
The person is telling you his mind. If you ask most of these politicians for them to be sincere, tell them before God and man, just tell us the truth. If what you are going to do, they will tell you the truth. For example, you just tell them, okay, you as a politician, tell us the truth. If you get there, will you actually say all these things that you promise the masses? If you tell us the truth, whatever you say here now, if you don't do it, you will die the following day. I tell you, some of them will confess, some of them will even withdraw from this.
Out.
They will back out. Are you getting me?
All right. Well, our time is up. Bishop, you're going to end this particular discussion with that question of the homeboys versus foreigners. He has spoken at length. He said some of this, or most of them, they really know Edo State. Now, Bishop, briefly, within 1 minute, the homeboys issue.
Well, let me tell you, the homeboy issue will not win election for anybody. The homeboy agenda is politician agenda. We need the person that will give us our share, and they are minority. Political parties and gladiators, if they go going through the homeboy mentality, they have lost already. The majority of Edo people will queue behind credibility.
Behind credibility.
Look at what Oshomole said when Obaseki was coming. He said, this is the man behind my success. Edo people queue behind it. The next election, go to Ringo. That was the beanboard that was there.
That became the campaign.
The campaign, simple as that. So
All
any
right.
person who wants to win, this homeboy thing, I've heard it, it will not go anywhere. These guys don't know how to speak tribe or whatever. Our language is simple English and all of that. What are your pedigrees?
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, gentlemen. I know you have so much to say, but take a look at the time is fast spent. Our time is up. You've heard them, they've spoken at length. We talked about issues bordering on Edo 2024. We talked about the deputy governor's stand and, of course, the Esan agenda. And briefly, we delve into the homeboy syndrome. What do you think will be the outcome of all of this? Only time definitely will tell. Remember that next week, Thursday, Rosa Bolaho will be on the ground to take you on another ride of the program, 60 Minutes Nigeria. Bye for now.